Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Yo Baby Daddy podcast, episode 11. And today we have a returning guest by the form of Abel. And we're going to be going over a multitude of things. Um, so, welcome back, man. Thank you for coming back on.
Yeah, no doubt, man. How's it going? How's it going, guys?
It's going good, man. It's going good.
It's going awful. No, I'm playing. Um, well, one of the things that we wanted to talk to you about, Abel, since we have you back, and hopefully
Yeah.
nothing goes wrong
This time.
this time, um, is you talked about your kids, your relationship with your dad a little bit, but we wanted to talk to you about the relationship that you have with your mom, since just in case if anybody didn't see the last episode, can you give us a little bit of background between you and your mom, and then that's when you can go ahead and.
yeah. So the background history with me and my mom is a pretty rocky one. From growing up to having everything to becoming really poor, and then life being situated, and then she became the parent instead of like somebody nurturing us. And then I guess I didn't take that very well to the point to where we started butting heads a lot, and it wasn't great for anybody. I had to move, try different things, anything to get me out of there. That's how bad it was, up to the point now where we're pretty cool now. But it was a really bad rocky history to the point where I can't be around here for very long. Just it just turns bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
How many years was it like that you guys were just butting heads or just not cooperating with each other?
It was, I believe it was the time when I turned 16 to the point I was about 17, 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, that's when it got pretty bad. Um, it, you know, I was more like butting heads with her husband at the time. Uh,
Oh, okay. So it wasn't
it,
not just her; it was like people around her.
it was the combo,
Okay.
combo mix. And yeah, they were just fucking at me. My grades were being low because of poor quality at home. They would argue all the time, and I would just try to stay out of it. Playing music, guitar was kind of like my side, my pastime. But they were on to me because of my grades, or they were on to me because the people I hung around with, or just things I was doing in general. Like they just weren't approving of anything I was trying to do, like outside of, um, just outside of trying to stay out of trouble, if anything. So I started going out, leaving, getting a taste for, that life. When you're about that age, you kind of want to go out and have fun. You know, I wasn't
Yeah.
drinking at that time. I wasn't doing drugs or anything. My friends weren't doing that either, but I would still be in trouble all the time. So I had to get out of there. I had to leave, and that was that. It was pretty bad.
In with that, like what you're saying, so you took up more like sports things more at school, or what did you do exactly just to get out of the house?
Oh no, I would just go out and hang out with friends. We just video games, play guitar. We started a band at that one point, so it was just to do something to stay out of there long enough to the point where they were already ready to go to sleep, and I wouldn't have to interact with them very much. And
Oh,
yeah, by the time I went into high school, I was leaving high school. I'm sorry. By the time I was leaving high school, I was like, all right, what am I gonna do now? So I applied to college. I asked my uncle if I could move in with him, though college is out in Waxahachie. Moved
hmm.
in with him for about a year, and then all of a sudden, you get this relationship with my mother, and it's like, okay, so she went from like the crazy psycho parent to like the more of a friend type, you know, because I guess she had just missed me, being around, and she saw the error of her ways, after then. But I'm not saying she's like the best person because she still, fucks up every now and then.
So,
We
okay.
still get into it.
On that note, you and I have talked before about your relationship with your mother.
Yeah.
I mean, we both come from that background where we have a rocky relationship with our moms.
Oh yeah.
Um, so we had talked about before, like her relationship with your grandkids, like I mean her grandkids, and I wanted you to speak a little bit on that, like the favoritism and
Oh man.
how all that stuff, dude. Like
All right.
it's
So yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Let me tell you. So I have a little brother, right?
Hmm.
He's 25. been to prison 3 times. He has a daughter, but my brother has always been the favorite since forever. I've never been the favorite. Although I'm the firstborn, I was never the favorite though. My brother would, I'd leave. I go out to my grandparents on the weekends back when I was a kid, and then it just be like I come home and my brother's like, "Oh, look, mom took me to the mall. I got some new shoes. I got some new shirts. I got pants." And I'd be like, "Mom, where's mine?" She was like, "Oh, you weren't with us." That was always the answer. "Oh, you weren't with us." You know, Me and my brother have the same mom and same dad, so I, there's no difference there between like, oh, he's that person's kid. That's why we did this. It was none of that. Since we had the same parents, every time he always have like the newest shoes, some fresh shirts, some pretty cool looking pants, and me, I'm still wearing like shit from like 2 years ago,
Hmm.
and that's when I saw it. But once he had his daughter, shit changed. Like he's still the favorite, like he moved back in, whatever, after he got out of prison, and then his daughter, complete favorite of my mom, complete favorite. Whatever she wants, it's there. She wants to stay the night, she can. If she wants something, she's got it. But when it comes to my kids, my mom does not treat them the exact same way that she treats his daughter. My kids are more of like, oh, I get to see you every once in a while, but it's not enough for me to want to go out of my way to go buy you something, or to ask you guys to come stay the night with me, or to go somewhere with me as grandma. None of that ever happens, and that's why I almost never go to my mom's house, like ever. I hang out with her every once in a while, but like that's about it. I can't stick around too long, just because I everything I have here, me and my wife, we built it together, and my mom's not the
Hmm.
one for compassion or sympathy. She kicked us out when we had like no money. We had to get an apartment, and we struggled. Like Pete, that we struggled,
Oh yeah.
and she saw. I was like, "Mom, why are you kicking us out? Your grandkids are here. We have nowhere else to go." She kicked us out either way. But if it came down to my brother and his daughter, oh hey, come on in. You stay here as long as you want. Take a room. Take this room. When I was living there at the house, I didn't have a room. I was sleeping on the fucking couch in the living room because she
Hmm.
wouldn't give me the empty room. You know, I
Yeah,
got I
true.
got a lot of problems with her. I love her to death, but I can't stick around her for too long because then it happens.
Someone asked,
Yeah.
have you ever confronted your mom, or have you ever asked her, like, or try to get to the root of the problem, or do you feel like you don't want to answer that?
No, I'll answer it. Uh, my mom is not that kind of person. She'll tell you why she doesn't want you there, or she'll just come up with an explanation that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Hmm.
I've tried talking to her about it on multiple occasions.
Is
You
it is
know,
it one of those situations where she tells you it doesn't make sense, but in her head it makes sense?
yeah,
Kind of.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's super old school, man. Super old school. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not I can't get through to her, because
Yeah.
it's what I'm speaking my logic is not her
Yeah.
logic, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, okay, a little bit of background. I actually found this out a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I remember telling you, Abel. So we have this long-standing thing where I went to high school here in WW Samuel, and I met a lot of people that whose parents would live here, and my family used to live here a long time ago before moving to South Texas. And I have a lot of friends whose parents knew my uncle. So it happened with a few buddies of mine. Come to find out, my buddy Tony, his uncle, his nickname was Playboy, and then
Oh
he passed
shit.
away. He passed away, and then my uncle was like, "Oh, I knew him." I was like, "Oh crap, okay." And then a whole bunch of other dads and moms he knows and stuff from back in the day. They used to ride around, go to Griff's and stuff like that. Griff's is a burger joint, by the way.
Oh.
Um, and they used to go there like on weekend nights, and then just chill at the parking lot, low riders and stuff like that. And come to find out, he knows Abel's mom. So I saw her on Facebook or whatever. I saw her profile and stuff. My uncle saw it and he's like, "Oh, I know her." And I was like, "Oh crap, another one." And so sure enough, my uncle knows
Yeah.
his mom from back in the day. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's the same. My mom knows a lot of people from like everywhere back in the day. Apparently y'all knew each other hanging out, you know, different cliques, no different cliques than just hang out.
It's kind
yeah,
of
it's
like
crazy.
It's kind of like that saying, small world.
Yeah.
Uh, it's also a combination of people didn't move out of here, so like a lot of people stayed here. So
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
family left and came back, so that's why this
Hmm.
situation is coming up. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. There's not one person that I don't think my mom doesn't know. She always runs into somebody she knows every time we go out,
mm,
somewhere. She's not a stranger. Everybody knows her. She's just really outgoing and yeah, I'm gonna say she's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. My mom's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
What was I gonna say? Abel. So like how you were saying that like between 16, 17, 18, around there, right? That you started butting heads with your mom more. Did you felt like before that, like the couple of years, was it kind of like you felt the build up, or you just came out of nowhere, like it kind of blindsided you?
no, it was just build up. It was completely build up. Um, but like I said, I think it was the ex husband that had influences on her because he was pretty strict himself too. When I first
Oh.
met the guy, he was like really nice and cool. Like, hey man, here's a few bucks. Go check out the high school football game or something. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. Like, I talk to him every now and then. I still see him because he lives down the street from my mom's house. He's a pretty cool guy.
Uh huh.
But for me growing up, I feel like it was just like the tough love that was necessary to push me forward, into doing stuff. I mean, now it's just like there's no excuse for it now because she still acts the same way here and there. So I'm like, what's happening here? I'm an adult now. I'm almost 30 years old. So
Yeah.
I'm like, where does this negativity have to come from? Like, why can't we just be all positive and be on the same page?
mm-hmm,
Yeah. And it's funny because like some parents swear by that's their teaching, that you got to give your kid tough love. If you don't give your kid tough love, it's they're not going to amount to anything. Some
Right.
parents swear by that. Like you have to. There is no negotiation on that.
No, no,
And
no,
do
not
you
at all.
and a question for both of you guys. Well, I
mm.
guess we can start off with you, Abel. Do you feel like that's sort of true for you, or do you feel like that's completely like the opposite?
No, I feel it. I mean, it happens to everybody differently, but for her being the way that she is, kind of shaped me into who I am today. I learned a lot from her. She was a single mother for most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I agree with the tough love stuff. But I don't do that with my kids. It's just a different generation. Everybody grows up differently. She's
Yeah.
old school, so that's the way I grew up.
Yeah. I get you.
Because of that. Yeah.
What What about you, Pete?
My relationship with my mother is strained because she didn't really raise me. Honestly, it was mostly my grandmother and my grandparents and stuff. But she's, I mean, for lack of a better word, um, she's mentally challenged on top of that. So like, it doesn't make it easy when I try to communicate with her.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I was in honesty, to give you complete background, by the fourth grade, I was smarter than her.
Oh, okay.
So that was the hard part. Like she couldn't raise me. Like that was the main point. Like she couldn't raise me. So my mother figure was really my grandmother. And the reason me and my mother have such a rocky relationship is because she tries to act like an adult when it's convenient to her. But when things start to go wrong, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry," type of shit. Like when it comes to her, like I don't know, getting something new or moving out. It's she's smartest person in the world, but when it comes to things fucking up, she's like, "Oh no, I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
my illness," kind of shit.
Yeah.
But my grandmother had the same kind of raising style with as Abel's mom, but not as aggressive. Um, but she was more, how do I put it? She would never kick you out. My grandmother's always been that way. She would never kick you out, but she would give you that tough love with how she talks to you. So
Oh,
like
a lot of
it
sass.
was not sass. Like she would literally talk shit to your face, like literally talk shit to your face, and she wouldn't care if you were in the room or not. She'd say it right straight to your face, dude. Like it was fucking crazy, dude. She still does it to this day. 80 years old, still does it, and it's just the way she is. I don't know why, but it's it's tough love, I guess. I don't know,
Yeah.
but.
What about the question that I asked Abel about how tough love? Some parents swear by it. Do you feel like do you have to give that to your kids? Do you give that to your kids right now? Or
Not much. Some stuff I do have to do with like my oldest son because of the fact that okay, so every time his mom gets after him, he starts crying. And it's like, dude, you need to start developing a tougher skin for this stuff because this is just a beginning. This is just her telling you, hey, you need to do your chores. Hey, you need to clean up around the room. Hey, you need to stop back talking. Like I can't imagine when you have a girlfriend or you're trying to sneak out and stuff like that, and we're really getting on your ass. Like, what's gonna happen then? Like, you need to start, developing a little bit of a not a harder skin, but like handle the situation better. Like understand
hmm
like, hey, we're talking to you. Yes, we are getting after you, but we're talking to you. We're trying to understand why you're doing these things. And so we try to go from there, I guess.
hmm Interesting. Yeah, me, I don't really give my
Crap.
kids
I will
tough.
sneeze. Sorry.
Well, you can sneeze. Just mute yourself.
Yeah, I know. I know. Oh god. I didn't
uh,
have the time because it was like right here, and I was like, oh god.
People would think you're doing something else live.
Right.
Just
Yeah, I'm about to
smelling
I'm
it,
about to rail a line right now.
just smelling his hand.
All
Ain't
right, Abel. All right,
nothing
Abel.
wrong with
Let's do it. Let's do it, Abel.
that. Yo.
Just to let y'all know, I'm drinking tequila again. Abel is actually drinking Bud Ice. He's an OG apparently. He loves Bud
Yeah,
Ice. I don't know why, but he loves Bud
OG,
Ice.
triple
What?
OG.
Real quick, real side. I guess side conversation. Why are you hitting on Bud Ice?
I
Okay,
know, right?
so okay, no, 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 no. I don't hate on it.
Okay.
They're either hard ass motherfuckers drink Bud Ice or hard ass motherfuckers that are OGs. You have to be an OG to drink Bud Ice.
You have
Like
to
my
be
uncle,
an OG.
an OG. My uncle drank Bud Ice for years, years. Bud Ice tastes like piss. Okay, Bud Ice tastes like piss, dude. I used to drink it, and it tastes like piss, dude. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. You think Budweiser and Bud Light is bad? Bud Ice is bad.
He knows best. I would always pull up with a bottle of 40 on me
Yeah, yeah.
all the
Brown
time, no
paper
matter where
bag
I
and
went.
everything.
Brown
Yeah,
paper bag all the time.
Yeah,
yep.
damn, fucking
That's
40.
how that's how I do it, man.
Yeah, dude. He used to come in with a pack of cigarettes or some loose cigarettes and chill, and he drink a 40. Fucking hilarious, man.
Oh yeah, always, always. It's just cheap, man, and it's big.
It's true. It is cheap as
It,
hell.
it
It is
gets you
cheap as
there.
hell.
Drink like 4 or 5 of them, and be like, all right, I'm feeling pretty good,
Like a tall boy is like what, like $1.50 or something like that.
something like that. But it's 32 ounce. I need a
Uh,
40 ounce.
Yeah.
To
Well,
get the
also
extra.
the alcohol volume is actually stronger on a Bud Ice. So it's like what 7.5 or something like that. He's got the bottle. It's right
uh,
there.
5.5.
mm.
5.5. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I mean, it's
I mean, it's stronger than a regular beer,
strong. It's
honestly.
strong. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, that the Bud Ice is for basically for OGs and stuff. So apparently Abel's
Damn.
an OG. I don't know. So
I like it.
Uh, uh,
it's an acquired taste.
for locals.
Oh man,
Oh no. Oh no,
I used to drink that back then when it first came out during my college
bro.
days,
I
and
was drinking that when people were dying.
nothing good ever came out of it. I was throwing up.
Nothing.
I was throwing up watermelon at the end of the night.
It was
God
horrible,
damn.
dude.
Watermelon punch flavor. Get into a fight.
Mhm.
Just drink some more. Like, all right, I think I'm done, and just watermelon flavor all night.
Mm.
I don't know why I kept doing it too. I just kept doing it.
It
Yeah.
was like the opener to drinking. So it was like, all right, guys, we're gonna chug a
Yeah,
Four Loco, and then we're gonna go party. All right,
yeah.
cool. And then,
This was back like 2012, maybe. It's just crazy.
yeah, dude, it was some crazy times, dude. I remember
Yeah.
this one party. Man, I got fucking shit faced, but I was trying to keep a stern face, right? Because there was this one of my ex girlfriends was there, and she thought she could out drink me, right? So
I'm
I'm
up.
drinking and drinking, I'm drinking, I'm drinking, and boom, 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 and then a buddy of mine makes this thing called the Halle Berry, which is just basically Kool-Aid and like a whole bottle of vodka. And I'm drinking that, I'm drinking Four Locos, I'm drinking everything, I'm standing straight up, just chilling. And they want to go outside and smoke a blunt, and I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll be out there in a minute. And everybody goes out, and my buddy is the last one to go out. He's like, "Come on, man, let's go." I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm fucked up. I can't, I can barely stand right now, dude." Like it was bad, dude. It was bad. That's probably like the most drunk I've been since that time.
You know
I
what's
just,
interesting? Every time I talk to somebody that would drink Four Locos casually or like consistently, they always have like a certain story.
hmm.
So like, Abel right away he pulled out story about how he would just like be throwing it up and stuff, and then your story right now. So I always feel like everybody that drinks Four Locos has a story.
That's just a bad time, man. It's the Blackout Adventures, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Dude.
Never again. I don't even drink. I don't even touch it no more.
Bro, don't even get me started on Jägermeister. Oh my god, dude. Fucking Jaeger bombs. It was horrible because you were shit faced, but the Red Bull kept you going. So like you were wide awake, but you were drunk as shit. And
Dude.
like throwing it up was horrible because like it's the last thing to go because it's basically like a fucking syrup. It's the
Yeah.
bottom of your stomach. You're trying to throw up, but you're freaking hyped up on fucking Red Bull and Mountain Dew, and like, fuck, man.
Dude,
I say Mountain Dew
it's
because of that Talladega Nights.
it's made with black licorice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the one thing I don't like is black licorice.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man.
our buddy Eddie loves the shit out of it, swears by it. So we're like,
Dude, he loves it so much he
Yeah.
got a tattoo on his chest of it.
Yeah.
What? He has a
Yeah.
tattoo of the Jägermeister sign?
Yes,
yeah, he's got
and
it.
dude, they sent him a free bottle for it.
Yeah,
I would have sent him two at least. God damn.
I know, right? The biggest bottle you have.
Right?
Yeah, they sent him the biggest bottle.
Yeah, but him was like, all right, don't be a bitch, man. I was like, dude, black licorice, you know,
Mm-mm.
black Twizzlers in your Halloween bag. Fucking throw them out. Trash. Yeah,
Uh,
I've
I fucking hate Twizzlers, man.
it's like Robitussin, bro. Straight Robitussin.
Yep, that's what.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, someone. You're like, hey man, you want to try some black licorice? And then they're like, it's what Twizzlers is made out of. And I was like, you fucking liar. After I tasted it, that's what I said to myself. I took a big old bite out of that thing. I was like, ugh, what the fuck? I was there choking and shit.
I
Well,
hate
hey,
Twizzlers too.
If that was the only alcohol that I had left in my my little cabinet, fuck, why not? I'd drink it. It's alcohol.
I'll take one or two Jaeger bombs, but that's it. Like I won't drink it consistently throughout the night. Not anymore. Just because of like the horror stories that I have. It's bad, man. I've had some blackout nights because of Jaeger.
Horror stories or horror stories?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
Horror.
I heard wrong. I was like, do tell, sir. Do tell.
No, dude. It's just literally every story of me getting blackout drunk with Jaeger is me waking up next to a toilet trying to throw up for like an hour. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
I woke up in Austin once with drinking.
Oh god.
That's a story. I woke up in Austin once.
I live in Dallas. That's the story.
We started at my mom's house. I remember we were supposed to just go to the Denny's down the road, and we were like, all right, crack open another bottle. Why not? Drinking. I blacked out and woke up in a hotel room. I don't know how we got there. I popped up the phone, found my phone, looked at the map, was like, what the fuck are we doing in Austin? How did we even get here? Yeah, that's a drive.
Who the fuck booked the room?
Right, exactly. We didn't have any money.
Who was sober enough to get the room? Jesus.
But yeah, that's what happened. And me and my buddies, we all woke up pissed off at each other because none of us knew how it happened. Apparently, somebody drove there. One of us drove there.
Holy shit.
Don't remember how it happened.
That's crazy.
Well, shit, man. Going back to topic, man.
Yeah. Homeschooling, Abel. I heard about this.
Yeah.
Homeschooling. So what's making you homeschool your kids? You know.
The whole COVID situation. I don't want the kids to have or to contract it. That's one of my biggest fears is that one of them are very sick. And that just breaks my heart. Me and the wife did get COVID. I still can't. We don't have it anymore. We just got tested 2 days ago again. We don't have it. The symptoms are still there. She could smell and taste stuff. I've been able to taste everything. I still can't smell any. I have no sense of smell still at all.
Damn.
You're basically Dewey Cogs.
Yeah.
Can't you smell it, Abel?
I
No,
showed her
Sam. I can't.
that video the other day. She was like, It smells like shit. It's so bad.
You
But
smell
yeah,
that shit, Dewey? You smell it?
dude, the upsides of not having any smell, I can change their diapers, no problem. You throw
Damn.
a fucking car bomb inside their diaper, and be like, all right, bring it on. I can't smell anything. I at
Mhm.
this moment now, I have little subtle scents. I can smell very, just the slightest hint of whatever I'm trying to smell.
Mhm.
I had this lavender, the plug-in deals, the oils, the scented oils that you plug in.
Mhm.
You put it up to your nose, that's a harsh smell because it's so strong.
Yeah, concentrated.
I could do it and be like, can't smell it. I put Vicks. I put Vicks on last month. I haven't been able to smell anything for a month, by the way. So I put Vicks, up to here. It didn't do nothing but burn my fucking skin off, because it has that burning sense to like decongest you.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, they ain't working for me. I wiped it off, and cleaned my face. I was like, that's not working. Couldn't do nothing. I still can't smell anything. Still can't.
Dang.
But yeah, I hear that it just lingers on. But back to topic whatsoever, like I'm scared to put them in there because I don't want them to have the COVID. Luckily for us, I was
Hmm.
bed rest for like 4 or 5 days because my body was hurting. I
Yeah.
was coughing every time I coughed. I felt like my brain was fucking moving. It sucked. She my wife, she had it worse. She was in bed for about the same amount of time, but I had contracted it a couple days after she did, and just watching her go through it, and she was coughing and body aches, and I'm trying to do everything I can to make her feel comfortable. And I went through it myself, and it sucked a lot. Luckily I didn't have it as severe as all these other people that are having it as well, because some people have it pretty bad. um but we got through it. We eat pretty healthy here. We
Hmm.
kept the fluids up, bought a lot of Gatorades. I was ordering a lot on like DoorDash and like Uber to bring us groceries and shit. Like that's a lot of money. Staying at home because of this, that's a lot of money. I'll tell you what, I probably spent damn near $1,000 just on groceries and stuff being delivered or food being delivered. It all adds up. Like I just don't want them to go through that. I'd rather just them be here at home because
Yeah.
I almost never go anywhere besides if I'm going to my mom's house or picking up my son from his mother.
Yeah.
We're always here. So yeah, I'd be more than happy to just teach him. Wake them up in the morning, get some breakfast
Hmm.
in, do some lessons, and just have him learn that way. And it'd be a whole lot faster too. You know.
Yeah. For someone that's or for I'm not familiar with it, and I don't know if anybody who's watching this or listening to this is familiar with it. But how do you go by like saying, "Hey, I'm gonna homeschool my kid"? Do you have to go through like sign up for a program through the government, special books, or you know what I mean? Like, how does it work?
There's a government website that has accredited websites that are legit, because you can go online and Google search homeschool and they get your money taken by somebody because it's a fucking scam and it's not accredited. you know the government, the Texas government, we're all in right now. They have websites for all those kind of things that are legit, and that's the way you want to do it. Right now we have him learning on ABC Mouse, .com. That's one of the most talked about websites for pre-K kindergarten learning right now. And I have the kids going through that. Even my 2-year-old enjoys watching it. Maybe she could get something out of it, but she
Mhm.
just likes yelling at the other girl. She's a little bossy one. But my daughter, my oldest daughter, she wakes up, she logs on by herself, and she'll do it. But what
Mhm.
I want to do is to wake up with her and then supervise her while she's doing it as well. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are saying that you have to sign them up. Have you signed them up? Or...
my wife did.
Oh, okay.
She's still giving me the details on that, but she just barely told me about it today. But we've been taking earlier, educational learnings before that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but yeah, my daughter, she's already pretty smart, man. She knows how to use the computer. She
Mhm.
uses her mom's setup all the time in the other room, so she's always on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty smart.
What was I gonna say?
Okay.
Go ahead, Pete.
No, no, no. I always thought about possibly homeschooling my kids, but like the thing about it is that I mean the whole pandemic situation really changes everything. It just makes it more difficult. For me personally, before the pandemic, I thought about it. We had talked about it, me and my baby mama, but like, well, we ultimately decided that they needed to go to public school because, for one, they need social interaction. They need to interact with other kids and figure out how to be, basically talk to people. It's in its lamest terms, they have to be able to make friends. They have to be able to talk to people. They have to be able to have communication with people and how to socially interact. Um, I think a lot of that is being robbed from a lot of kids that are having to do virtual learning. Because I see it on Facebook all the time. I have friends of all different ages, and a lot of the kids were supposed to start school this year, and they're all learning from an iPad, a computer, or something like that. And it sucks. You know, and I understand homeschooling is hard. You got to have patience. You got to have a good understanding of your kids and stuff. But like at the same time, like I want my kids to be able to socially interact with people. Like they need that. That's a very important thing about school. You know, and that's how I feel about it.
Mm. So, Pete, you're not only talking about just what they teach, but also the experience behind school. Like
Mhm.
how you said, making friends, inside jokes with friends or whatever,
I
interacting with
mean,
people in general.
yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, okay, like a situation that we had recently. My eldest son has a hard time making friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they recently went back to school, and they're actually in public school. I mean, they wear masks all the time, but he's actually made friends at his new school since my baby mama moved to another part of basically Dallas. She's in
Uh-huh.
a whole other city now. She basically lives in Greenville, which is about almost an hour away. Um, he went to the new school and everything. He's actually making friends, and he goes online, plays Fortnite with them, hangs out with them during school and stuff, and I'm happy for him, because like it was really really hard for him to make friends. I mean, even before coronavirus, like it was hard for him to make friends, and I'm happy that he's actually getting to interact with people and doing all these things because like he just looks so freaking miserable in front of a computer screen. Like it was just I don't know. I really hated that
It
part.
was kind of like
Um,
heartbreaking for you.
kind of, mostly because like I said, I want him to make friends. Like I want him to interact with people. I want him to have conversations and do these things with people. And I can only talk to him so much. So yeah, it's yeah, it was really heartbreaking. Like especially since he didn't have anybody to play with either. Like he would go online, nobody to play with online,
Mm-hmm.
um, stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The whole
So
computer thing isn't for everybody.
so
Yeah.
okay, quick question: Are you eventually going to put your kids in public school, Abel, or are you just going to let them continue on
No,
homeschool?
once it dies down, of
Yeah,
course, throw
Mm.
them in there. My kids like being around other people, which is
yeah.
it's great. We go to family gatherings and
Mhm.
stuff. They get to meet their other cousins. I have a shit ton of cousins, by the way, like a fuck ton. I lost count at
Yeah.
this point. But yeah, my cousins have little kids that are their cousins, like
See
about the
that
same age
that's how I don't understand. Like you say you're not Mexican, but yet you have like 400 cousins.
It's
Like that's
Italian. It's
that's
Italian
literally,
family, and my mom's
dude.
side.
That's Mexican too,
Yeah,
dude. We all have a lot of cousins, man. Like I have cousins on
they know
cousins on
Spanish.
cousins. Oh wow. Your
Yeah,
last name is Dominguez, and yet you're not Mexican.
no, not at all. Not at
No.
all.
Isn't Dominguez a Spaniard last name or?
It's a Spaniard last name. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's somewhere it's
Mhm,
somewhere in there. I don't know how far my fucking family tree goes. I've
Mm-hmm.
never. I wanted to dig
mhm.
into that. I never have though.
Mm.
Watch, I hope you take a DNA test and it comes back that you're like
100%
50
black.
like 50% Mexican or something.
Yeah,
Like, well, shit,
that'd be a
man.
shocker. That'd be a shocker because like my grandparents from my dad's side, they're
Dude,
not from Mexico, and
like
my
seriously, your
grandparents on my mom's
grandfather,
side, they're not from Mexico either.
your grandfather straight up looks
He does.
Mexican.
He looks more Native American. He has a
No,
dark
dude.
skin color.
No,
I
no.
need to
He
see a
he look
picture of this man.
he like for real, dude. He
I
looks
got a good
like
one.
he looks like he worked with his hands his whole life,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and
he
he
was
was
a.
just out in the sun his whole life.
I, no, he's been dark his whole life. That's I don't know.
See,
I
that
got
that's
this light
I
because
mean,
of my grandma on my dad's side. She's
That
white as hell.
and straight up, dude. I met your
Uh,
grandfather and was like, holy shit.
he was super dark, bro. Super
Dang.
dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Going
He
back to
really is.
the going back to the homeschooling, Abel, you know how so basically, I guess, so what I'm trying to go through my head is like, okay, you signed him up, you found the actual websites or the actual curriculum there's actually counted for your kid to actually progress through the school system. How does it
You
work?
know,
How does it work for you? As in, like, how much time do you spend on each subject? Do you kind of like wing it, or is there like a certain guideline? You know what I mean?
that I would have to get back with you with because I don't know myself either. You know, as I
Mhm.
had stated previously before, like she had signed them up. She's the one that's full in charge with managing all of
Oh,
that whatsoever,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then she's just gonna relay me all the information. I
Mhm.
mean, either way, you could study all your life, you know, and be the smartest person, but you know, at the end of the day, you can still go and get a GED, you know, because you know you have the smarts. You know, you don't have to go to school in order to get it. You know,
Yeah,
not saying that's the correct path to go because like I graduated myself,
yeah.
um,
Yep.
but you know, in today's society, like how many times have you had to show a high school diploma because you're signing up for a job? I've never had to pull that goddamn thing out. It's got a lot of dust on it,
I
you
did
know.
once for a call center. That was the only time.
Really?
Yeah, they were all like, "Yeah, we're gonna need your just high school diploma." My what?
Oh my god!
Yeah, your high school diploma. You still got it?
Like
Yeah.
I don't even know where that thing is, you know.
Can I bring it tomorrow? Yeah, sure. All right.
Right?
I was like, I'm going to school right now, like college. I was like, do you want that? Oh yeah, we'll take that instead. Good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was like, how many? Like, you're the first I've ever known to have said, you know, to have been
And that was
asked.
the only job.
Yeah, like I've been to multiple jobs. I've never been asked for that damn thing, you know. I could just barely I could have dropped out in first grade and still got that job, you know.
I've had to put it on job applications, but never had to actually present it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like they don't ask you to like upload a photo of like your fucking diploma or anything, you know.
Yeah.
I have some college experience, but you know, they're not asking
Hmm.
you for any of that. You know,
Yeah.
I just put in your high school name, type in the fucking year. Hey, it's good. It's good. That's all
Yeah.
Hmm.
you need. This
Yeah.
Skyline, by the way.
The fuck out of here.
What was your school, Pete?
uh, the ghetto ass high school. Well, not okay. My bad. My bad. Not the ghetto ass high school. I went to Samuel. The
the
ghetto ass high school was Spruce. Spruce
Samuel
was ghetto.
Jackson?
Ghetto. Sure, let's call it Samuel Jackson. It was WW Samuel
Yeah.
basically. We were the
In the
Spartans.
Pleasant Grove area, I would say Skyline, Samuel, Spruce.
No, no, it's no, it's Skyline, Samuel,
Oh yeah, my bad. It was a little
Spruce,
lower. It's a little lower.
Spruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a huge gap between Skyline and Samuel, but like the problem with Skyline was that there was like 8,000 people going to school at the same time,
That was a lot of
and there was a
many
lot of
different
kids
college,
going
basically.
there, dude, and it made no fucking sense.
Oh.
Like it wasn't 8,000, but there was like
It
it
was
was
like
a stupid amount.
5,500, I think.
Mhm.
5,500. I
Yeah,
graduated with 1,200 kids in my class. You know, versus you know small towns that are like
Someone
two.
said WWE.
damn. I graduated. I graduated out of a class of like 200.
Yeah,
That was
see,
it.
that's nuts, man. And mine was 1,200.
It might have been
Mm.
lower. I might be honest. It might have been lower because like it wasn't the most amazing high school ever. So, but yeah,
Oh.
like just to give y'all a reference, my people from South Texas, WW Samuel was the size of a middle school. It was basically the size of Ann Richards Middle School.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, that was the size of
What?
it. It was very under. How do I put it? Underfunded, basically. So
And
like it was,
it's like a college campus.
it was basically open since like what, like the 50s, the 40s, I think. Like it's
But
an old ass high school.
Dude, that's
yeah,
small.
Yes, very small, very small. So that was basically the size of that high school. Because when I went there, I was like, "Isn't this a fucking middle school?" And sure enough, it was a high school, and I was like, "Oh crap, it's a high school. All right, cool."
They're like, no, sir,
And
you're at the right place.
all right.
yeah, and
If I could put this in the terms of South Texas people, it was like 3 HEBs. maybe 4.
That's small. That's still small.
That's still small,
And
dude.
2
That's
Walmarts in
pretty
front.
small.
It was a pretty big.
Not
Yeah,
even.
yeah. My high
Not
school was
even.
pretty fucking huge. It was just like
Oh, you
mini
mean
college town.
Skyline?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, you mean Skyline? Yeah. No, Skyline was probably like 3 or 4 HEB pluses put together.
Yeah, pretty big.
Yeah,
I like shopping there when I can.
yeah. I don't get me wrong. I loved going to high school there. I love the people. I didn't like the school itself because I wish we had a better high school. But even then, like I enjoyed the people. Some of the teachers were okay. Um, but I mostly like the camaraderie between people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah. Oh wow! Somebody said we had the biggest graduating class since the early '90s from that school. Wow. Okay.
Be proud,
Yeah,
Pete. Be
it's
proud.
Uh,
I wasn't. I
you,
wasn't proud. Dude, I didn't even try, and I graduated like number 25 out of my class, and I didn't even try.
Someone said, you know
Like,
what was ghetto? PG Elementary. That thing looks like a prison.
yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't go to elementary here, so like that's the thing. Like, I mean, people talk about Hood. People talk about John B. Hood.
it's Global Feed
Um.
Academy now. By
Oh
the way,
wow.
yeah,
People
it's no
talk
longer
about
John B. Hood.
what was that other one? The it's off of Masters. What
Oh,
was it?
I know which one you're talking about. Floyd.
Oh man, Floyd.
Yeah,
No, Florence. It was
Florence.
Florence.
Yeah, Florence. Yeah,
Yes,
I was like, the
dude.
dude that.
Yeah.
It got turned into an all boys middle school. It's weird, dude. It's like an all boys academy or whatever. And I was like, oh my god.
It's
Oh
just
god.
the areas. There's a bunch of violence in the area, so you switch up the
True,
schools, and then you switch up the mindsets of the community around there.
true. But
Man.
where
Keep
there's
my
a will,
mobile
there's a way.
academy is still shit. It's still fucking dumbass kids that still go there.
Yes.
Well, I hope they don't watch this and then be like,
Yeah.
talking shit.
Right.
Oh god. One
I'll
of our
slap
guys,
a kid. I don't mind.
one of our listeners put they keep adding academy at the end of the new schools and hoping they don't turn ghetto in the
In the
ghetto in the ghetto. Wow. It's like no, no, you can't take the ghetto out the kid. But like at least they're trying. I mean, I'll give them that much. At least they're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're
know.
trying.
The
That's
grim,
interesting.
the demographic isn't any different. It's just the name
Mhm.
of the school.
Yeah, it's hard to build a good school in the hood, and probably Skyline is probably like up here. Even though I don't like to admit it, Skyline is up here.
Not
Um,
everybody's in those higher tier curriculum classes at Skyline either. Some are
bro,
public
it
kids
was
there.
bro, it was funny as shit, dude. Because I went to Skyline first, right? And this was before the school year started, right?
Yeah.
And my my family wanted to put me in Skyline, right? And I had all the credentials, right? I was going to AP classes. I had more than enough credits. I was already ahead, right? I go there and they tell me, "Oh, because of the zoning, you have to go to Samuel." And I was like, "Motherfucker, I live five minutes down the street. Like you're
Yeah.
telling me I can't go to this fucking school? I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
more than qualified to go here." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, sorry." And it's like, "Oh man, fuck y'all." So
Yeah,
then they put me
zoning
in
is
Samuel.
stupid, dude. Yeah,
It was,
because
dude. I was more than qualified, dude. I was literally what, like 8 or 9 credits away from graduating when they were trying to put me in Skyline, and it was the stupidest thing, dude. It's like I was ahead. I could have literally gone in as a senior just because of how many credits I came out with in South Texas because I had more classes in South Texas than I did here in Dallas, which was weird,
yeah,
but it's just the way it was. But I don't
yeah,
know, dude.
yeah. Zoning is weird, dude. Because where I grew up, the name of my town was in the name of the high school, but yet I couldn't go to that high school, so I had to go to another high school that was about 6, 7 miles further.
Okay, so
Even though
remember,
this one was like less than half a mile.
Yeah.
so you remember when we were going to freshman year, and there was in South Texas there's 3 high schools literally right fucking next to each other,
Oh yeah,
and it was Jimmy Carter, it was Juarez Lincoln, and it was the
La
actual La
Jolla.
Jolla High School.
Yeah.
And when we were going, it was Jimmy and Juarez were for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. And
Mm-hmm.
then for seniors, you had to go to La Jolla. but it was
Yeah.
literally 3 high schools right fucking next to each other, and they all had
No
different
way.
zones. They all
No
had different
way.
zones.
What
It
the
was the
fuck?
stupidest shit. It got
It was
stupider
stupid as
after I
shit.
left.
Like, just
That's
imagine getting
dumb.
off the highway, right? Just imagine getting off the highway and then you come to the light and you look to the right side and then like right there in that corner, that's a high school. And then you look to the left under the underpass, that's another high school. And then right behind you to the right side, that's another high school. Like that's how close they were. Like it made no sense.
Yeah, dude, they
Jesus
were like
Christ.
literally I could walk from Jimmy Carter over to Juarez Lincoln in like less than a minute.
Yeah, it made no sense. We're like,
It made no sense, dude.
who the fuck decided to do this shit?
And it was the dumbest thing because one of my classes was in Jimmy, and then my next class was in Juarez,
Oh yeah,
which made no sense.
yeah,
And because Jimmy Carter was the only one that offered that class,
yeah,
it was like a animation class or whatever. So I was
yeah.
studying like early animation,
Hmm.
and I had to walk to Jimmy, go do that, and then walk back to Juarez with my ghetto ass, and then it was the weirdest shit, dude. It was the
Yeah.
funniest thing.
Oh,
Wow.
and get this, Abel. They would tell you like, oh, you still have to follow the whole when the bell rings, and then the
Oh,
other bell. Yeah,
dude.
they would be like, yo, you're late. We're like, what do you
No.
mean? My class is way the fuck over there.
Nah, man. Yeah, that's stupid. That was just like at my school. It's like I'm at the farthest end of one, like the last portable. I had to go to the front. Yeah, that's like a 4-block walk, dude. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, Skyline was stupid, man.
I'm like
Skyline was
walking like
stupid.
4 actual city blocks just to get to the other side of
No,
the
no,
fucking
and the
school.
problem
That's
the problem
nuts.
with Skyline was that not only did you have to walk that far, there was an army of people in between there. So you really have to go like
Shoulder to shoulder, and
Mm.
you have
like
the
going through a fucking mob, dude. It was
people walking
bad.
slow and shit. People get into fights because people would be walking too fucking slow. They'd fucking
Yeah.
start fighting right in the middle of the whole crowd. You
Mhm.
know,
It's
Yeah.
I
I
don't
used,
know,
I used
dude.
to throw the little glass stink bombs. I used to throw them on the ground just to get people to move faster. They're like,
Jesus
"Oh, what's
Christ.
that smell?" I'd pop one right on the floor, and everybody would fucking scatter.
Samuel was
I
pretty
used to do
funny
that.
because like there would be no crowds. You would have as much space as you needed because it was basically fucking empty. Compared to Skyline, it was basically fucking empty. Um, it's complete contrast, and like I said, it was the size of a fucking middle school. So like you're expecting it to be like jam packed, but no, there
Yeah.
was just you know it was weird, and it was all 4 grade levels too. It was weird,
Mm.
but
That's weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
I look nothing like how I look now. I was like the emo kid with like long hair, always wearing black, you know. But everybody knew me.
yeah,
Everyone knew me.
yeah. He was super skinny, dude, like super skinny.
I was like
Damn, you're calling him fat now?
115 pounds. I
I
gained,
mean, he
yeah.
calls himself fat.
I'm like I'm like 210 right now.
Mm.
It's
How,
not bad.
how
That's a good
tall are you,
healthy
Abel?
weight.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10.
That's not fat.
Nah, I'm just thick dad bod, bro.
Thick
Got
dad
that sexy
bod.
dad bod going on.
Big dad
I got the
bod.
muscles and everything,
It's that
dude.
beer
Mm.
body, man. It's that beer
I-
body.
I've
It's
cut
that bush
down on
ice.
beer.
Butt ice. Butt
Oh,
ice.
that big butt ice.
You uncultured swine.
I've had Bush a couple times.
Damn.
Bush
Some-
sucks, dude.
Well,
Bush is horrible.
someone just said Abel's fat in the chat. I don't know who it was, but someone said
Miguel's a piece of shit.
it. God damn.
Fucking Miguel. Dude, oh my god. I wish
love that guy.
I wish I could post that picture, that meme that Eddie made where he's in that tight purple shirt and it's like the button holding the other button. He's like trying to hold it together. I wish I could post that. It's literally a picture of
Calling
Miguel.
someone fat. At least I wear my fucking size, you know.
God, I don't even know the guy. That sounds hilarious. All right.
Damn.
I love Miguel though. He's cool.
Yeah,
cool.
he's cool. We give him
He's
shit,
cool.
but he's a great guy.
He's a
He's a
brother
great
of
guy.
ours.
Abel, I want to talk to you about I want to talk to you about having kids.
So just to give a little bit more background, like we were talking about this, beforehand, and god damn, does he shop at the Baby Gap? One of our listeners.
F in the chat for Miguel.
God. Okay, so we were talking about this before the podcast went live. this is a topic that we wanted to talk about, so we stopped the conversation midway to basically talk to you guys about it and basically tell you. So we each have different views on having more kids. Me
Oh
myself,
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to have more kids. I have 3 kids, and my whole reasoning behind it is
Let's start off with you.
well, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm already going on it. So I don't I don't want to have multiple baby mamas. That's just my point. Like I do not want more than one baby
It's
mama, and
bad.
I have 3 kids. I'm more than fulfilled. You
Mhm.
know, I'm
No
I have
matter
two
how
boys.
much your daughter begs you, like, I want a sister, I want a sister.
Sorry, honey. I can't do it. Like I don't want any more kids with anybody else. Like
Okay,
I'm
but say if you like if you got married to somebody.
Hmm.
no,
No, really.
no.
You make it
Like
seem like you're not gonna get married.
I'm probably not, honestly. Like it's not in my foreseeable future. Honestly, there's a lot of
Mhm.
things that I want to do, and
It,
even when I
it
have,
it's just a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
I know that. I mean, I get asked it all the time because I say like I don't want any more kids, but like people are like, oh, what if you end up with somebody else? You know, you end up having the relationship. It's like no, I'm good. Even if it does happen, if I end up in another relationship or I end up getting married, I don't want any more kids. Like I'm happy with how many kids I have, and I'm good.
Hmm.
You know, like I rather once my kids are grown and they're good on their own, I'll just I'll just travel the world or I'll take them with me or I'll just you know do my own thing.
I
And I
get
want
you.
my kids to be part of that.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
I mean that's one of the only advantages of having kids so early that
that's
they're
true.
gonna grow up basically my son's gonna be 18 and I'm gonna be 36. You know, it's crazy to think about
Yeah.
because I turned 30 literally this month. So in 6 years he's gonna be 18, and
The
it's
20,
crazy, dude.
the 24th, right?
25th.
25th. God damn. Fucking, I knew it was like
Yeah.
one of those two.
So
Yeah,
yeah. So
I
it's
would just
gonna
call that
be.
like an early retirement. Like you're free to do whatever you want to do at that point.
I mean, kind of. I mean, I know my kids are gonna need me well past their 18th birthday, but still, like,
But yeah,
I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna do everything that I can for them. But at the same time, like you guys are grown. I did my
yeah,
job.
Hmm.
I'm still gonna be here if you need advice. Or if you want to travel with me, let's go. Let's
yeah,
fucking go to Oklahoma. Let's go to I don't know. Let's go to Alaska. I don't know. Something
yeah.
like that. Stuff
I
like
wish
that.
my mom said that. I was stuck at my mom's place. I was in and out, but I was stuck with her up until I was like 22, maybe.
Hmm.
I didn't want to leave. If like she paid rent, I'm making money. I'm buying shit that I wanted to, going out all this. I was like,
Yeah.
why should I need to go anywhere? I got my room
Yeah.
here. My room's still here. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, she got fed up and kicked me out. So that's what happened.
Hmm.
No,
Again.
that's just my viewpoint on it. I mean, like I was the guy that wanted a big family. I'm an only child, so I wanted a
Hmm.
big family. I wanted to have like 6 or 7 kids, and I wanted
Hmm.
that with my baby mama. But
Hmm.
like, by circumstance or something like that, I ended up having 3 kids with her. Even though we haven't been together in 11 years, we have 3 kids, and I'm happy with that. I'm cool with it. I'm honestly I'm blessed. I have 3 beautiful children. They're all healthy. They're all beautiful children, and I couldn't ask for more. You know, I
Mhm.
I just don't want kids with anybody else. Like I would love to have a relationship with someone. I would love to have a life with them, but as far as kids, I'm done. I'm honestly done, and
Hmm.
that's just my viewpoint on it. Like I'm seriously at the point where probably next year I'm gonna get the snip done, and I'm
Snip, snip.
literally gonna be shooting.
Bro,
I'm
can I be
probably gonna
there?
be shooting blanks. I mean, you can hold my hand if you want, but like it's
I'll
gonna be
hold
kind
your
of
hand.
awkward.
No,
I'll hold
I'll
your other.
hold. There you go.
Both
We'll
be
like
there.
just lock eyes the whole time.
I mean, a lot of people have been like, well, why don't you just get the clips? You can get that removed. And I was like, well, all it takes is one good kick to the nuts, and I got to go to the doctor again and get it fucking checked out. Like,
Uh,
I want to be done. Like, I'm done.
that's why we're gonna hold your hand, bro. We
Yeah.
Oh
could
my
like
god,
do the tower.
Yeah.
the doctor's just gonna be confused. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Get the fuck out of here. This is medical practice, not a fucking
Watch,
comedy house.
it's like a fucking 2 minute procedure. Like, just cut. All right, you're good to go.
I don't know, man. I
What about you,
I
Abel?
know.
No, reversing it is the hard part. Getting it done is not hard. Reversing it is fucking
You
god
can
awful.
wait. You can reverse a snip.
It's
Yeah.
very, very expensive. It's
That reminds me of that
very
episode in The Office. He was like, you told me to cut it, and I got it back, and I cut it again. I reversed it. It's like, you know how much pain that puts on a man? I was like,
it's
wow,
bad.
dude.
It actually
That
happened to John Cena, which is funny.
yeah. I mean, I would never go get it done. That's just me. You know,
I
I
I just
Wait, how the fuck do you know this happened to John Cena?
I was looking at this meme like what was it? It's like you only notice John Cena when you find out that he had to reverse a vasectomy. And it's like, what? It made no sense, but then I looked it up
it
and I was like,
didn't.
oh shit, he really did have to reverse a vasectomy.
Why? Because he
So
wanted more kids, or what?
no, the woman he was trying to marry
He
wanted
didn't
to have
have any.
kids. Like the woman that he wanted to
Yeah.
marry wanted to have kids, and she didn't want to marry him unless they could have kids. So he
Mhm.
went and got the procedure done where he got it reversed,
Yeah.
and then they ended up not happening,
I
and I
know.
don't know what happened after that.
I still don't think
Oh,
he doesn't have any kids to this day. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
he doesn't want any kids.
No.
damn.
See, and that goes to like my logic of thinking, like, why wouldn't you want somebody to carry on, your name, your bloodline? Like,
Mhm.
why would you want it to die with you? I understand for some people, kids aren't for them. I understand that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I could love my niece and nephew just the same as my own. Like, no, you fucking can't. It's a different type of love when you have your own
I
your own
mean,
kids.
some people just don't want kids. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just I
yeah,
know
yeah,
people
that's
like
true.
that.
Kids
You know,
aren't for everybody. I know, I
Yeah.
understand that as well, but like
yeah.
when you solely choose to not like carry on your bloodline, like your whole lifeline ends with you. It's like for
Mm,
what,
I mean, it really just depends. I mean, I know he has
I could go on
supposedly.
a whole rant about this shit. That
I'm,
it really
I'm
it
sure you
fucking
could.
upsets me a lot when somebody doesn't want to carry on their fucking name. You know, if they have the option to, of course. I know a lot of people don't have that option. A lot of people just don't like kids in general.
I mean, what's
Yeah.
okay?
Or
So, well, that's a
but
good segue. What's your viewpoint on having more kids? Like,
yeah, you know, with my wife Bridget, of course.
Mhm.
I, we our first kid was my daughter Asuna, but I was like, all right, I want a son, you know, like I want another boy, like one that actually gets to live with me and stuff. That'd be pretty awesome because my son lives with his mom.
hmm,
I'm a weekend dad. That's what it is. I can't be any more than that because that's what the court allows. So I want a little dude here. A little dude here too.
Yeah.
But every time we tried, me and her, we have 3 kids together. Me and her, all girls, all girls. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, we tried, tried and tried and tried. 3 girls.
Mhm.
She wants to try again. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's take a gamble, throw it all in there and, try again. She can't yet. Um,
Mhm.
my baby is 2 years old, so I have another year before her the T
Oh
thing.
yeah, the thing in the
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about another year until that comes out. And then I guess we're gonna sit down and talk and see if she wants to try again or either just get it done again. Because I mean, it's been pretty cool since it's been in there. But I would also like to actually try for a boy. You know, that'd
Mhm.
probably make me more happy than anything. To be honest with you. And I was always telling her, I was like, yeah, I want to, Abel the third, or whatever. But I actually think I'm not going to go that route. Uh, I've been thinking, I want to name, if I was to have another boy, I name him after my grandpa, Johnny. So, as grandpa,
John.
man, my grandpa's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
He's great.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Someone said she needs to be on top, and you gotta open a window and let the sun hit her while y'all finish.
No, because if she's on top, gravity, what goes up comes down. She's not going to get pregnant. Bam. There she
see,
Mm.
okay, so my science behind that is the way that I got a girl was standing up. So that's why I don't do it standing up.
I
There you
don't.
go. We're
I
just
don't.
being stupid people. We're not we're not
Yeah.
we're not we're not actually being serious. Okay,
No,
so
there's
I don't want
science
to.
behind this.
oh wow,
I don't want to. I don't
gravity.
want to. I don't want to die after this podcast. So
Oh god, yeah, dude.
Oh
So
god.
I mean, God just blessed me. Like I said in the last episode, I wanted a girl first. I got a boy. I wanted, I wanted a boy, and then I got a girl, and then I wanted another girl, and I got another boy. So it's like, all
Yeah.
right, whatever. I'll take what I can get. You
Yeah,
know.
but see, like for me, like I got a boy with one, but a girl with the other. That wasn't always my dream. Was to have. I didn't want to have multiple, women in my life to have
I mean,
kids
I
with.
mean, nobody does. I mean,
Nobody
to be
does.
honest, I
So
mean,
to
nobody's
be
dream
honest,
is to
like the
have multiple
perfect
baby mamas.
scenario is to get married first and then have kids.
I mean,
But
yeah, I mean that's a given. I mean, anybody can tell you that. It's like, oh, I didn't think my life was gonna end up like this, but this is how it happened, and I'm
yeah,
just
yeah. I
living it.
mean, like neither
You
did
know?
I. But see, like here's the thing with my wife. Like
Yeah.
her dad, she has uh 3 other sisters.
Hmm.
He has a boy from another woman, his relationship before his wife.
Hmm.
So when he got with his current wife, my mother-in-law, 4 girls, no boys. That's why I'm scared
Damn.
because I'm thinking like if I was to try again, then it'd just be another
You
because of
are cursed.
her lineage.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Dang.
shit, man, it's a risk. But they have studies or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, if you have four boys, the fourth one's bound to be a girl, or you have 3 girls, the fourth one's bound to be a boy, or what? I forget where I've read that years ago or something like that.
Sir,
But
with your
like,
luck, you're gonna end up with another girl.
yeah, yeah, I know. And then the quinceañeras that I'm gonna pay for, and can I
Hmm.
have a car at 16? I'm like, fuck, man, just take mine, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just go
I'll
to.
buy.
I'll just.
Dude, I have one daughter, and I'm dreading that day for that freaking quinceañera because it's like,
I,
uh, dude,
I'm happy you only have one.
her
You know how much
family,
makeup I'm gonna have to fucking buy?
her
Yeah,
family goes
Yeah.
above and
I
beyond
have
on
two,
every
so
fucking quinceañera.
Yeah.
yeah, I have 2 girls, so it's gonna be a lot of makeup.
Dude, it's
Dad, I want this
dude.
dress. Dad, this shirt, this purse. I want the MK
That's
wallet.
too damn bad.
It's
No,
too
you don't
damn
even
bad.
see my wallet. I've had this wallet for 4 fucking years now. Good enough for me.
Good
It
for you,
still
buddy.
works. It still works. I'm
Yeah,
very
dude, it's
technology savvy though. I need the newest phone every fucking year it comes out. So that's just me.
man, Abel. Yeah, I save money by not buying another $10 wallet, but I'll throw $400 on a new phone.
Throw down payment.
Damn.
Uh,
Trade it in at the end of the year.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
it's just it's money and cost and all those factors. See, having
Yeah.
a boy is so easy. Here's a shirt, here's some shorts, pants, make them look good, dress them the same way you dress. Whatever,
Yeah.
teach them the same amount of values and morals. But when
yeah,
there's girls, you know, I have to be, daddy for these girls. As they're always like, "Hey, dad, you're the king of the house." I'm like, "Damn right, yes, I am." But
mm,
that comes with responsibility. I have to show them more love, and treat them like princesses.
God
With my
damn.
son, I can be rough with him and play, we could wrestle together and be rough housing. I can't do that
Yeah.
with a girl, you know. They're a lot more delicate. Especially with my girls, they're really emotional because their mom's emotional.
yeah.
So
My
with
daughter,
them,
my daughter's not delicate at all. Like she is strong
yeah,
to
like
the
my
to the
oldest
point
daughter now,
like
she's starting to be that way.
to the point where we have to tell her like, hey, it's not okay for your brother to hit you. Like you should not be okay with that. Like that's
Right,
not
right.
normal. Don't
Yeah.
be okay with that. If any boy hits you, you got to tell us. And
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
okay, and then she'll go do it all over again. It's like, no, don't let him do that. That's not
Yeah.
cool. It's like she has a tomboy side to herself, but like also at the same time, she likes to dress up with her mom and wear dresses and stuff, and it's weird because like I love every side of her. I love it when she dresses up in a little dress. She's all pretty, and it's like, oh, so cute.
Yeah,
So
that's what they do
it's
too. They're
well
always
real
asking me for the newest princess dresses that come.
well
Dad,
real
we need
quick.
this dress.
What about you, Jaime? How do you feel about having more kids?
Hmm.
Say what? No, I'm playing. uh, no, yeah, we want to have at least 4, so 2 more, and then from
Okay.
right there,
So
we'll
do you guys
see.
do you guys want a boy?
I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, it
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to you, right? Like as long as they
no,
come out healthy, that's all you care
yeah,
about, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm the
already
same
have
way.
two girls, so it would be nice at this point, yeah,
Yeah,
to have a boy. In the beginning, I was like, whatever it is, and then it was a girl. And then the second one came out, and then it was a girl. So I'm like, man, one boy would be fine. So if we
Yeah,
have like three
I'm
girls,
kind of
one,
annoying.
yeah, I was like, if we have three girls and one boy, that'll be fine with me. You know,
yeah, yeah.
at least I have one, well, three of one gender, and the other one is one. But yeah, so we
Right.
want to do at
Yeah.
least four, and then we'll see about if we want to
Uh,
have six.
she said
Um,
6, bro.
she said
In the
6, bro.
chat,
Six.
she said 6.
Well,
I'm trying to go for 6, maybe. But I mean, like the whole big family ideal. Yeah,
hmm
you could have 3 to 4 kids, but once they have kids, bam, there goes your big family right there. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
you
So like,
at
so
least
like
two
my
each at
thing,
minimum. You know.
just going back, I have a choice right now. Even though I'm
hmm
not in a relationship or anything, I have a choice. So I'm choosing. I don't want any more kids. You know,
hmm
I get to choose now. Like, hey, I'm only gonna have one baby mama, and I get right now is my ability to choose because I want to make it fine and clear to whoever I end up with. Hey, I don't want any more kids, or I can't have any more kids, and that's just the way that it is. You
yeah.
Yeah,
know.
but you would have to find somebody that's okay with not having kids, because if they
I
want to
mean, I'm
have
sure
kids
there is. I mean,
and
I'm
you guys
sure there is.
get married, then you're gonna have to compromise here or there, or either lose that person because
I'm
you
willing
don't.
to adopt a kid. You know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
something I wanted to do.
I
You
mean,
know,
I'm
hmm
open to adoption. Like I've never ruled that out.
I've
I'm
thought about it, man.
perfectly
Honestly,
I'm
I mean,
perfectly cool with adopting a kid. You know.
hmm
honestly, I've thought about it. Like once my kids are grown and I'm out there in the world and adventuring, and hopefully my kids come with me. If I come back and settle down and hopefully I own some land at that point, I'll probably just adopt a couple kids and raise them to be good people.
Well, but what
Yeah.
age would you want to adopt though?
I don't care.
You really don't
I don't.
care, like
Oh,
the age,
oh, my age or their age.
their
Your
age, the
age.
kid's age.
Their age, I don't care. Like as long as I can help some kids. I don't care if they're
hmm
babies. I don't care if they're teenagers. I don't care if they're 6 or 7. I don't care. Like especially if they're like, I don't know, brother and sister or two brothers, something like that. Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
raise you.
especially better to keep the siblings together.
Oh
hmm
yeah,
You don't
definitely.
never want to separate the siblings.
No, no, of course
You know?
not.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get in a situation where like, I'm trying to keep siblings together, and next thing you know, I'm raising 7 kids. Like, no, 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 I'm not. I'm not doing all that. I'll do
Like,
like
you got any siblings here that are just 2 people, 2 kids, not 7?
1 or 2, or
I don't want a whole Brady bunch with me.
no,
Right.
no, no.
I mean, somebody out there is gonna do it. You know?
Right.
I mean, people have done it. There's literally stories about people trying to keep a family together, so they raise, they
Yeah.
basically adopt like 4, 5, 6, 7 kids, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful story, but that's just not for me. Like I said, if I ever get to that point where I'm like, 50, 60 years old, and I decide, you know what, let me go ahead and adopt a couple kids and
yeah.
you know
And that's like
raise 'em.
with like grandparents, they just love kids. Not everybody. I'm not saying my mom. She's still the full time party goer. You know, my mom's not
Yeah.
the type to have grandkids with her all the time. Now, my wife's mom, they have kids. They're at the house. Because her sisters and all, they have kids as well.
Mhm,
And my kids are the oldest. They're the firstborn grandkids they've ever had. Well,
mhm,
probably not, but like within their marriage. Um, yeah, they love them. So that if we need to take them there, they're like, oh yeah, more than happy to keep them here. Why you guys got to go to dinner or whatever. And yeah, but like some people aren't like that. Like my mom, like she isn't like that. And I'm starting to go
yeah,
a little bit off topic, but like if it was me, the grandparent, my grandpa, he loves my youngest daughter, my baby, loves her. He calls her the favorite. I was the favorite. Now she's the favorite.
Damn.
I'm like, no, what the hell, grandpa? Like, what's yeah. But every time he calls me, hey, where's the baby? Where's little Nati at? Like, Nati, come here. And she's like, Papa, Papa, and they'll talk on video. Cutest thing ever. But like
Damn.
the way my grandpa is with my grandpa lives in South Texas, and I get to go out there every chance that so he could see the grandkids because he's all I got left on my dad's side. It's just me and him. That's it. Well, minus my brother, but he's not worth mentioning. Um, but yeah, like he's all I got left within my dad's bloodline.
hmm
So my granddad has other kids too, but they don't talk to him. You know, they see him as a bad guy because he had left their mom to get with my grandma. You know, and
Mm,
Oh, okay. I see what you
yeah,
mean.
okay.
that's what had happened. You know, and
Hmm.
but yeah, me if I was a grandpa, dude, fucking bring them all over. They stay the night for the weekend. You know, why not? You know,
Oh
I want
yeah.
to be that cool ass grandpa. Fucking
I mean, I'm also looking forward to grandkids and stuff like that. I just hope it isn't too early. I want my kids
yeah,
to.
I envision myself as that grandpa that's kind of buff, tattoos on me. Yeah, I got the
Hmm.
nice biker goatee with the slick back hair. You
Hmm.
know, the intimidating looking grandpa.
Hey, well, you're gonna shave your head like your dad. Shut up.
Oh yeah, yeah, more than likely.
I was
No, you
gonna
don't.
Yeah.
a question for both of you guys.
What's
What,
up?
what would you do if either the boy or the girl, it doesn't matter who, tells you, "Hey, Dad, I've decided that I want to have kids at a young age because you we turned out okay, and you had your kids at a young age."
Oh hell. Okay, see, that's the same route that I went down. My mom
Hmm.
was eight. My mom and dad, they were both 18 when I was conceived, 19 when I was born.
Hmm.
And I saw it, you know, like that's why I did it because like my mom, she's only 40, 45 right now, you know, she was still young. Like I get to go hang out with her and party and stuff, you know, with our family and we could still do things. I don't want to be old as fuck and be like, yeah, I can't do it because of my fucking hip went out of place or whatever, you know? Perfect example, Miguel in the chat. His dad is in his late 60s, early 70s, I think. And Miguel's like 30 something. You know, they had a small period that they could do those things, you know, back when he was active. Now, with being that old, you're limited to doing certain things with your kids, you know, as them being adults, you know. But I wanted to be like that more midlife adult with a young adult and be able to do everything. Not saying that it's bad or whatever. He's a cool motherfucker, head to toe. He's a badass guy. But like I want to have the full all around experience for me to be able to do everything that I can do and not be hindered by age, you know, because you know limitations come with age, and you know I want to be like full health and be able to do these things with my kids when they're adults, my age, like 20s, 30s, like as I am now,
Yeah.
you know. But
Okay.
yeah,
Then.
yeah, and that's why I wanted to have him, so I'm not too old, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What about
Yeah.
you, Pete? What if your
No,
kid, your daughter, or your son tells you that?
no. I'm just gonna say
just,
that. No,
just no.
Well,
just no,
within reason for me.
no,
Yeah,
just no.
just that's
Just
it.
like I'm gonna straight up tell them no, straight to their face. Be like, no, like
Wait,
you.
wait, did I hear you say something in the last podcast about them being like 35 or something before
Oh,
they could?
my daughter's not allowed to date until she's 32.
Hmm.
That's right.
So
Sounds about
so
right.
okay. So my thing is like I I would try to get them to understand. Like, look, dude, or I even say that to my daughter, dude. It's like, look, y'all need to understand. There was a lot of work that went into raising y'all that y'all are not ready for. Like, I had to learn on the job, and it was not easy, and I fucked up a lot.
Hmm.
So, like, I would tell them, look, you need to learn these things before you can make that very adult decision. You need to learn how to interact with children. You need to learn how to have a proper relationship with somebody because if you have kids early on, it complicates a relationship. It makes it very, very difficult to be in a relationship with somebody up until a certain point. I mean, kids don't fix a relationship. Kids make a relationship harder, and that's the God honest truth. And I would really want them to understand, like, look, this is my story. This is what happened, and if you want to hear it, go right ahead. If you don't want to listen to me, then fine. Do what you want to do, but you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn the hard way, and I'm not gonna be there to help you. I'm gonna be there to tell you, hey, I told you so. I told you so.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But at some point, I mean, of course, I'm going to be like, look, you need to do this, this, and this. and give them some sage advice, but like most of the stuff they're gonna have to do on their own, especially if they chose to do this, especially if they chose to, have kids at an early age.
Right.
I can't sugarcoat it for you. You know, at that point, you want to be an adult. I'm gonna treat you like an adult. Adults have kids. You know, it's
Right.
it's it's really just what I said, and it sucks because I don't want to be that tough love parent, but yeah, I gotta be what I gotta be.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
gotta you gotta put your foot down where you think you have to put your foot down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's learn. It's not about being like me. It's not about being better than me. It's about, hey, this is how my life was. This is what happened. Now learn from my mistakes and be
Mm-hmm.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make the same mistakes. Yes, you can have children. Yes, you can do all these things by all means, but learn first, experience first, and then make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
don't just jump into something thinking that you know what it is, because you really don't know what parenting is at a young age, especially if it was like 17 or 18 or 19. Like, I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing. And I'm being super honest. Like, I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to go through that. I don't,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
some people are just lucky to have that parental support as well behind them.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that. I didn't have that.
I mean,
You
I'm
know,
I'm I'm saying that right now that I would be tough on them, but I'd probably still love that baby regardless. But like at the same time, I would still tell them like you need to grow up. You need to be an adult like right now. Like the baby might not even be here yet, but you need to grow the fuck up. You need to go
Mm-hmm.
get a
yeah,
job. You need to go do this. You need to go do that. You need to go do this. You need to go do that. Just basically preparing them, like you know. And I'd
yeah,
probably be, I'd probably be that dad or that grandpa that loves that baby so much and stuff. I love kids. I've always loved kids, but
Mm-hmm.
like I'd have to be a hard ass just to get them to grow up and realize, hey, this is your responsibility, kid. So grow the fuck up.
yeah. I mean, for me, as an addition to what I said, like I would push education and then marriage, you know, and then do it.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'd be okay with it if all their education was on point.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own finances, they get married. Yeah, why not? I have to like the
You know,
guy though, because
if
then
we're
I would.
you know if we're talking, I don't know, 23, 24. Okay, cool. As long as you got your shit
Right,
good.
right.
But if we're talking like, like I said, 18, 19, 20, no,
Before 20. Yeah, yeah. No,
no,
Mm-hmm.
not before 20. Not at all. I
no,
would not be happy at that whatsoever, dude.
no. I would be so fucking pissed
Mm-hmm.
and disappointed if my kids ended up being like teen parents. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
one of my biggest fears, dude.
Well, let
Yeah.
me let me. Someone asked this question in the chat, and I'll answer it first, and then I'll jump off the question to you guys. But someone said, "How do y'all feel about your kids dating? How would you all feel about your kids dating around 15 or 16, and it's someone who is older than them? And just for the sake of older than them, let's say between 3 to 5 years older than them. So I would say I would have to meet this guy or girl, whoever it is, because I plan to have more kids, so hopefully I get a boy, guy or girl, whoever it is, and try to feel them out. One thing that I actually do pride myself is actually being able to read people more as as I'm always been the type of person that's just like been in the room and not really nobody notices them. I've been
Yeah.
more observant, so I've been really good at reading like body language because your body says more than what you're actually saying, what's coming out of your mouth. So
Hmm.
reading out this person, trying to figure out who the hell they are exactly, or if they're even lying about who they are. So I would feel like I would have to feel them out and see how see how they are, what they're about,
Yeah.
meet the parents as well too, depending on the situation. So I feel like it would be okay with me if both me and my girl came to an actual conclusion together, being like, yeah, this person is claiming who they are. Uh, it's everything's matching up. The parents seem like they know they got their shit together and everything. They're not like they're freaking hating each other every moment and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I feel like it would be okay with me.
I
But it
mean,
would it
if
would
it's
be but it would
anything,
be the what?
No, if it's anything within 1 or 2 years, I'd be okay with it. But
Mm-hmm.
like, if she's 15 and he's 18, or if he's anything older than that, I'm not okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Only
Exactly.
because I know at that age, all I was thinking about was beating cheeks. That's it. Like,
uh,
let's just be truthful about it, right, Abel?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
I
Like,
agree, man.
let's
That's where
just.
I was.
I mean, come on, man. Like, come on,
Shit.
come on. Let's be honest about it.
I'm telling you right now, yeah, that's why you have a daughter, you think of your life experiences as a dad. You're like, no,
mm-hmm.
fuck that shit. No,
Yeah.
I'm buying a house hopefully next year. Security all around.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the life house right there. Security all
Yeah.
around. There ain't nobody sneaking out or sneaking.
No, I'm about to say something that I know everybody's about to disagree with me here, but eventually, obviously, no dad wants to think about this, but I don't even have to say it. I'm pretty sure both of you guys already know what I'm thinking, and I'm not even gonna say it because I already know what you guys are thinking.
Mm-mm.
But eventually, it's gonna happen.
No, I mean, no shit. I mean, we know it's gonna
Yeah,
happen, but like, the fact of the matter is, if we can stop it from happening with somebody who doesn't belong,
Hmm.
then
Well,
so
that's what I'm
be
saying.
it. But if
Like
it's
that's what I'm
like,
saying. Well, yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I would say I would have to fill him out. Like I said, I don't know.
I mean,
it's like I don't know. Yeah, you were there at my sister's 16th birthday party. No, 17th.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I met her boyfriend. Finally, for the first time. I had the group of guys with me. Threw him in that circle. We talked to him. I
It
know
was
he's like
hilarious, dude.
two years older than her. We scared the shit out of him.
Hmm.
I told him, hey, this is what I want. From you. You know, towards my sister. To be this guy that she tells me that you are. And I was like, if
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen, man, we'll come after you and your fucking dad. Whatever, dude. You know,
Hmm.
that's just like for my daughters. If that boy was to hurt her,
Dude,
I'd be pretty upset. I come
Was
after her.
was Miguel
I mean,
there?
after you. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. He
Miguel
was
was
there
there,
too.
dude.
Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
he
were all
put
there.
funny as fuck. That's what he put.
Yeah, we scared
Yeah,
the shit
dude.
out of him, man. But hey, they're
Yeah,
still together. They've been together for about 4 years now. He just bought a
yeah,
car. He's working. He puts time into her.
Hmm.
dude.
They
Me and
go out, they buy stuff all the time. That's the kind of healthy relationship that I like to see. She tells me
yeah,
they don't argue, you
Yeah.
know, which is
Yeah.
great. I love the kid. The kid's awesome.
Hmm.
If I could hang out with him more, that'd be even great. It'd be
Yeah.
greater. But at the same time, for my kids, like I would do the same thing. What are you about? And if
Yeah.
you're treating my daughter wrong, I'm gonna come after you. And if your dad doesn't like it, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. It's
Yeah.
plain and simple.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
yeah, I guess I can elaborate a little bit more so you guys I guess can understand where I'm coming from. But obviously, everybody has their own opinion. But I would not only just meeting the person and try to figure out who they are, but also meeting the parents. But I would literally be sort of crazy parent where, like, cause I know tech a lot. I know how to do shit with tech a lot. So I would like GPS the car. I would like fucking do everything so I know if everything's going the way that they're saying. If they're saying, "Oh, we're only gonna go to the movies. After that, we're coming back." Yeah, sure. I believe you, but I would do my own sneaky shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna go meet the guy one
I mean,
time and blindly be like, "Yeah,
yeah,
I get him. I accept his word." No, no, fuck that.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, like
yeah.
what kid wouldn't want to go out and be like, oh yeah, we smart the parents,
I
whatnot,
mean, okay. So, go into some stuff that our listeners are commenting on here. Somebody commented on here, but not all men are the same. I'm
mhm.
sorry, but if 90% of men, I mean, okay, let me be more blunt. If 90% of boys are all thinking about the same fucking thing, then I have to treat them all the same. I'm sorry. Yes, there may
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
10%, but I have to
mhm.
take into account, hey, there's 90% of y'all that all you think about is beating cheeks. And
Yeah,
that's it. Okay? And I'm saying boys.
yeah,
Now, if we're talking about men, then like it's a grown ass man, like it's a grown ass
yeah.
man. Like I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
justify that.
Hmm.
Like if you
So
want to
you
be
so
with
do
her
you
once she becomes an adult, then so be it. But
so if you think your
you know,
daughter's 15 and the guy's 18, you think
God,
he's a man?
Nah, he used to be a boy to me.
no, he'd still be a boy to me. So 18 years old, he's still a boy to me. But if we're
That
talking like okay, like if we're talking about my daughter being 15 years old and the guy's 20, That's a grown ass man.
Oh, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot of years.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it is.
Hey,
It's crazy, man.
you
Hey,
said 2 to 5 years. That's 5
yeah,
years, bro.
Yeah.
you sure did.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
we
5
were all
years,
dogs
bro.
at one point. I know the
Okay.
fucking doghouse.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. What about 4 years? So 19.
I'd have to feel him out. I
So
gotta
that
feel him out.
so basically what you're saying is that 1 year makes a difference.
Yes.
Okay.
I gotta feel him out.
Yeah.
If I feel like he's a grown ass man,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
If
It's
I
all
feel
the
like
same
he's still
for
a
me.
boy, then he's a boy.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like,
It's,
I get
you
you.
know,
if they
but
were, I
like,
mean, for me, if they were within the same age, I'd be okay with it. If there was
yeah.
a 2 3 year gap, I want to know this dude's life goals. I want to know what he has
Mhm.
aspiring for himself. You know,
Mhm.
How many
I
years
want
is
to
too
talk
many
about
years
that.
for you, Abel? Like,
If she was, if this one right here, she's hanging out with me right now.
mhm,
This is Inori. She's
Mhm.
only 4.
mhm.
If she was 16, are you gonna have a boyfriend? Yeah, when?
Yeah. Oh, God,
See,
Damn
no.
it! No.
all right, no,
No.
but see, like if she was like, 15, 16 years old,
Uh huh.
20's out of the question for me.
Okay. What
It's way
about
out.
17?
Hey, if they're in the same high school, yeah,
Okay, okay.
sure,
Let's
sure.
let's take it one step further real quick. What if it was the reverse? She's dating a younger guy.
Oh, okay.
Roles are reversed. She's 15, 16 years old, right? She's dating a 13-year-old. How would you feel about that?
No, no.
Oh,
Let's do the same age where let's say she's
wow.
20 and the kid's 15.
Okay, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I was trying to be more reasonable, but okay. I was gonna step up to that, but okay,
I would
let's do
have to
that.
question her motives of why.
See?
I would have to
See?
question her. I'd completely deep dive question the shit out of her.
It's like, wait, what the fuck?
It's like, what's your reasoning behind this? Like, what do you get out of it? What's the
I
whole
would
thing
do that with
behind
all my kids. Like if there's a huge age difference, either whether they're older than them or they're younger than them, like, hey,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah,
But
I'd feel
Mhm.
like if you raise them right, they know their morals is great, then they won't think about having kids until after the fact. Like I said, the education have already came, they got
I
that
mean,
done, and they're
we can
thinking about
hope.
marriage at this point.
I mean,
Yeah, that's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, yeah.
you know, I mean, I've seen plenty of examples of people being raised by great parents and then they still do whatever the fuck they want. Like
Mhm.
literally pregnant at 15, pregnant at 14, pregnant at 12, stuff like
Yeah.
that, like
Yeah.
it's crazy, it just happens. But like it's
Yeah,
hard because like I'm a teen father and I'm trying to say this because like I don't want that to happen to my kids,
Mhm.
like it's a very hard life, but
Yeah.
just to answer what you were saying earlier about our one of our listeners, what if our what if my daughter was 15 years old and she decided she wanted to get on birth control. I would say yes, but it's still at the same time I would say don't do it. You can be on birth control, but don't do
Mhm.
it.
it'd
I would
still be
want them
another
to be
question for
safe.
me. It'd still
I
be another
mean,
question for me.
I would want them to be safe if they ever do decide to do it, but
Yeah.
like I'd rather they have safe sex rather than, you know, unprotected sex and then, next thing you know,
Mhm.
shit goes down, it's crazy cuz like you don't want that to happen.
But yeah,
And it's
but like
scary.
at 15 though, I mean, yeah, it's happened during our generation, but like
Yeah.
every generation
Okay.
is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would go above and beyond. I would be like, look, you can be on birth control as long as the guy has a condom. You got to do both. You can't do one or the other. It has to be both. It has to be both.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that would be my viewpoint on it. For one, STDs. Two, pregnancy. Three, I can't really stop them if they want to. They're gonna do it.
right.
Yeah.
Eventually they're gonna, like Jaime said, they're gonna do it. They're gonna find a way,
Yeah.
regardless. Like I can't tell
Yeah,
you how many times I found a way to do it. Like it just happens. Okay?
yeah, you're
Na-
right.
neighbor's lawn, back of somebody's car, stuff like that. Like it don't
Mhm.
matter.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
Top of a dealership,
yeah.
whatever, dude.
Damn.
Me and my
Top of
wife
an
were in
office
a
building.
baseball field one time
Uh,
on
damn.
pitcher plate, bro.
Back of a Radio
That was
Shack,
good.
and stuff like that, man.
Uh,
But yeah.
Uh,
oh yeah, oh yeah, the band hall.
uh, oh, dude.
Is
uh,
that right?
Damn.
Is that right?
She called me by my first name. Damn.
That's my government name.
By my government name.
¿Qué,
Damn.
qué dijiste?
Get me this. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry.
Someone said bathroom at the
Yeah.
mall.
Okay, I never done that, but okay.
Uh,
But yeah, neighbor's yard. There you go.
here you go.
But yeah, I'll drink
That's
to that. I'll drink
Uh,
to that.
good. That's funny. Well, on that note, uh, we come to the end. I want to say thanks for Abel for coming back.
it was
Good
fun.
good thing that this didn't happen like last time.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
this was our redemption episode.
yeah.
We really wanted to have Abel back.
Mm-hmm.
We had him on for episode 3, and we loved having him on, but it just sucked that we were having so many technical issues, and
Mm-hmm.
we wanted him to have it back on, not only for us but for him, because
Yeah,
I love Abel. Abel's a great friend.
Yeah.
He's been there
Yeah.
for me for a lot of shit, and we've trust me, the stuff that we're talking about now is, you know, just freaking it's kiddie stuff compared to the stuff that we talked about just sitting around drinking beers and just chilling and stuff. So
oh.
Yeah.
I guess someone really wants us to answer this question, so I guess we'll answer it real quick. What would you do if your child, whether male or female, doesn't matter who, cheats on their significant other?
I wouldn't be okay with it. I would try to teach him a lesson about it.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I know we're gonna stop this, but I
Go for
have
it.
this point here that she's talking about.
Go for it.
My mom is a player, bro. In and out. She's in it for the money. That's what she
Uh-huh.
does.
Okay.
I've seen it. Different dudes here and there. People fall in love with her. My mom's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this guy's fucking stupid. I've seen it many times. She'll play these people.
Okay.
So, like,
Mhm,
I've come
mhm.
into the same situations. I'm not gonna lie. I've done it before. You know, you cheat. Everybody goes through it once or in their lifetime at least with somebody or someone else, either themselves or someone else.
Yeah.
But she just sees it like, oh hey, all right, you know what you're doing, or she's like, you need to stop doing this. She loves my wife a lot, but before then, it's like, oh, another one, really? You're at the house, another one, and it's kind of like she like brushes it off because that's what she does. I know her to go out with guys that have money. That's what she does.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, there's a stopping point to all of it. It took a long time for me and her, for me and the wife to be like on the same page because I was a bad guy. I'm not gonna lie, I was a pretty bad guy.
Yeah.
I just didn't give a fuck, about other people's feelings. I didn't care. But it takes a lot to change your views and your ways. And now the kids being more grown, you completely, change your life, turn it around. But if they were to do it, my kids were to do that, to like cheat on another, it'd be a whole serious talk about like, there's a healthy way to end a relationship and there's an unhealthy way,
True.
Yeah.
like
True.
why take the harder path to do it when you could just tell somebody, hey, I don't think you know there's no reason to do stuff behind somebody else's back and keep them strong and ride them like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's
You get
true.
nothing out
That's
of that.
true.
And I've been both routes,
Yeah.
and the roller coaster route was one that I've taken way too many times. Season pass at Six Flags, let's say it like that. you
Damn.
know
Yeah. No, but yeah, it makes sense
yeah.
because there's certain people who feel like they don't know how to end a relationship or they feel trapped, so they'll rather cheat. So the other one would be like, "How dare you?" And then they just break it off and be like, "Finally, I'm free." And it's like, no, that's not the way to do it. There's a better way to do
that
it.
that too, but as for me, I've had, I have issues when I'm by myself. Being single isn't for me. I used
Hmm.
to always go out and try to find the next thing, but always come back to the last, you know? And it
Hmm.
never worked out very well. There's so many different problems and stuff like that too. But
Hmm.
when it clicked in my mind, a couple years ago, where it's like, dude, this chick has always been, she's been down, since day one.
Yeah.
Like, why am I doing this to her? She
So
keeps coming back, or either I keep coming back, and then like now it's just everything's perfect. We have no
so
secrets between
okay.
each
So
other.
quick question. Would you use yourself as an example to prove to your kids that you know what you're talking about? Would you tell them what happened between you and your wife?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like they get to
Okay.
the age where they're asking about it, I will tell them our story,
Yeah.
because it was a bad one to start off with. And then
Yeah.
it just became really good after multiple tries and a lot of fuck ups on my behalf.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would I would try to
She's
use
had
myself I mean, like for me personally, I would try to use myself as an example. Like I've only cheated once, but like it literally changed my entire life, and it's something that I want my kids to know. Like, hey, this is what happened, and this is the consequences of that. And if you want something to be over, then say that you want it to be over, and don't
Yeah,
do something behind somebody's back. Don't be
yeah,
stupid. Be an
Mm-hmm.
adult. You know, you got into this relationship for a reason. Now you have a reason to get out. So
yeah.
just end it the right way. You know.
It's better just to be straightforward about your shit, trying to
Exactly.
hide it
I
behind a
mean,
line and then create a lie on top,
you
string
know, and
everybody else along.
a lot of people's excuses, well, you know, I still love them, I still want to be with them, is like, okay, I
No,
understand that, but
yeah,
at the same time, you still gotta own up to it. You still gotta say what happened. You know, I understand you're a kid, but you know, you gotta
yeah,
grow up.
exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
so
Yeah. Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah,
but yeah, you have to admit your own mistakes and basically prove to them like, hey, this is what happened, and I know what I'm talking about. So you gotta own up to it.
Yeah.
hmm
So
yeah.
so yeah.
My dad told me that. I remember the last podcast I was on. My dad is like, "Hey, man, you got three chicks outside waiting for you."
Oh my
He goes,
god.
"I let them in." And I was like, Dad, why'd you do that? He goes, Hey, boy, you fucked up. He goes, I already been through my shit. You got to go through yours. So he let them in. And then,
God damn. Go
my
handle your
wife,
shit, mijo.
yeah, my wife, came into the house and took her shit out before she was mom. We were just barely pregnant with our first kid together.
Mm-hmm.
But she was with my other baby mama and then with an ex girlfriend of mine. They were all together in one car and they just fucking went at me. But that was like, it really wasn't
Bruh.
it was like something I didn't want to go through, but it was an eye opener. Damn, they're here to fucking kill me now, you know?
God damn.
It was that
I
bad, but
mean, you're
like
lucky you didn't get stabbed. I mean,
I
to be
know,
That's
honest.
yeah,
true. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
Fucking.
my dad was like, "Hey man, I've been through this." Like after they left, he goes, "I've been through this." He goes, "How am I supposed to teach you this life lesson if you can't go through it?" You know?
It's
He's like,
true.
"That's why I let them in." He goes, "You're fucked." He goes, "I was just sitting back here in the garage, fucking laughing and smiling, drinking my beer." He goes, "You're getting your ass handed out to you, man." you know?
God damn.
So I was like, "Dad, come on." I was like, "No, dude, I had to do it." So he goes, he
It's
gave me a
true.
beer, sat me down. He goes, "You really need to put your life priorities on, in front of you." And oh no, we don't talk about the fence. Sorry, we don't talk
I
about the
thought we were
fence.
gonna go through the whole podcast without that.
Oh
It came down to the
man.
last wire.
I thought I was gonna be Miguel. I thought it was gonna be Miguel who brought it up. I'm sorry.
We do not.
Oh man.
My
Hey man. Hey, that fence had every right to defend itself. All right.
I showed you my scars last time, right?
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Holy
don't
shit.
talk about the fence. We don't talk about fence. I don't like
Oh
fences,
man.
man.
You activated my trap card.
All right, I'm gonna rage quit now. See y'all later.
All right,
All
man. All
right.
right.
Well,
Go ahead. Close it out.
well, on that note, let's go ahead and end it here.
Yes, sir.
Once again, like how we said, thanks Abel for coming back. I'm glad that everything worked out. I even had a second mic ready to go, just in
uh,
case. Like, dude, I was gonna make it work. I was like, it's not gonna go down like last time. They can't.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
No, we
It's
come
good
too
that you
far
have
for this
one.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, everybody who's watching, thank you so much for listening, for watching the video. I'm gonna try to edit all this stuff today, so hopefully by tomorrow morning it's all up. And like, share, all that stuff for this video. Hopefully somebody might see it or hear it, and might change their life for some advice that they always needed.
For
But,
sure.
Yeah.
I also want to thank the people that came off of my page that this,
Mhm.
give these guys a like and and a follow and a
Mhm.
sub on YouTube.
Mhm.
These are some of my really good friends here as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. We want to thank everybody who came from Abel's page. Go watch him. He's on Twitch now. Now I'm not wrong.
I'm on Twitch now.
Yeah. He's on Facebook, Twitch, Neptic Gaming, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Neptic Gaming on Facebook and Neptic the Alchemist on Twitch.
There you go. Go ahead and
It's
watch.
funny. Right now, he's doing the truck simulator and Pokemon, right? I think
Yeah,
those
Mhm.
two
yeah.
games you were playing
Oh,
recently.
wait. We just got done with Pokemon So I think for the time being, we're gonna switch from Pokemon to Smash Brothers up until Pokemon Snap comes out at the end of the month.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
I
I'll
forgot
definitely
about the
tune in
game.
for that. That game brings so much
Okay.
memories. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anything
Okay.
else you want to add, Pete?
Um.
I love you.
The only thing I want to add is just me taking this last shot and just saying
Yeah.
peace.
I'm out of
So,
beer, so
I'm out of water. All right. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for joining. We'll see y'all
Thank
next
y'all.
Monday. Latest.